Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Happy Saturday, and welcome to another live stream on Bambino Tech. There we go. Little funkiness. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday morning. Diesel, how you doing? Good morning to you. Mouse in your house. Officer Vinny. Familiar faces popping in chat, guys. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Beautiful day out today here in the Northeast. Leaves falling off the trees. Seasons changing. Perfect time to be flying. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys joining this morning. Yeah, it's been really difficult for me to stream during the week just because of work and stuff. And thankfully, work is very busy, which is great. But leaves less time for flying, unfortunately. And yeah, so whoa, you got the Rona. Hey, Mouse, hope you're doing okay. Yeah. How long have you had it? Day 4. So has it been basically like flu-like symptoms for you? Like manageable, but, like a bad cold or like flu-like? Nights are terrible, yeah. Do you get medication and stuff, dude? You saw the doctor? Hope you feel better, man. Yeah, it's I had one person that I know directly who have had it, aches and pains. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, it's for some people it's really bad, but luckily it sounds like you're making it through, so that's good. Hope things improve for you. Just, keep taking care of yourself, obviously. You don't need to listen to me, but hope you're under a doctor's care. I've had a guy at work who had it very early on, like in February. He was tested positive, and he had very light symptoms, actually. He had a little, like a cold-like thing, like light fever and headachy, and after 2 days, he was done with it. So it's really strange how it affects people differently, But it's funny how the nights are bad, and it's really weird. Yeah, just keep that fever down, and keep the fever down, and your body, your body will build up the resistance to it. That's all you can do, Drink a lot of water and eat healthy food as best you can, and try to keep your immune system up. Thankfully, the therapeutics seem to be good for those who've had really a bad time out of it, and it looks like the vaccine is going to be coming through here soon. So, all good news about that, But anyway, yeah, I hope you're feeling better, man. But let's get started. Today we're going to be flying the TBM 930 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to be in FSEconomy, and they're going to be doing some kind of like cleanup flights today. Yeah, you're welcome. Again, just take care of yourself. I guess they say zinc, and zinc is really good, and vitamin D apparently. I think that's more like before, so like to keep your immunity up. Edwin, how you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Doing just fine, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, so today we're going to be flying the TBM 930. We're going to be doing a little bit of cleanup. Yeah, Mouse. They're saying that the people that have the real problems are people that have like a vitamin D deficiency. At least not everyone, but that seems to be a problem. I have a vitamin D deficiency, so I take it like every day, supplement every day. But yeah, it's D and zinc apparently are the things that um, can really help. But in any event, so we're going to be in FSEconomy today. Um, I've got a plane that I own that's near Atlanta, actually at MGM in Atlanta. Well, actually, it's in Montgomery, I guess, Montgomery, Alabama. It's a TBM 930. I'm going to be flying it back to Atlanta, which is its home base, with 6 souls for VR Aviation. Here's going to be the flight here. So we're coming northeast about 130 miles. We'll make a right-hand turn into Atlanta. So if you guys want to follow along, get on the US East server and join me at KMGM. Alan, how you doing? Good morning. So what we're going to do is let me go to here. Go to the world map. I'm going to switch to... Yeah, I wanted to tell you the one thing. I tried to fly this plane, tried to load up Flight Simulator with this plane, the DA 62, and it just wouldn't load up. It just went into this perpetual hang. So I haven't tried it since then, but I'm not sure what's going on. That maybe we'll try that a little later. Oh, I want the TBM 930. There you go, 930. All right, we're going to go KMGM. Oops, not LMGM. KMGM, Montgomery. And we're going to go to Atlanta. All right, I'm going to try, I think I'm going to try using ATC today. So, and we're gonna go cold and dark today, which should be fun. Somebody's there already. So yeah, so we can go to ramp 38. That's closest to where we're gonna. So we're gonna set that as a departure, and then we're gonna arrive here, runway 9 left. Now again, I gotta go. I mean, would they please turn these, like, set it so that when once you turn these on, it stays on forever, please. I gotta go back every single time you load up. All right, so let's get our. We'll go Vinny into there, and guess we gotta go. If we go low altitude airways, what did it do there for us? Yeah. Did I just screw up there? Let's see. Yeah, so I gotta go. I want to go ramp 38, and let's see. Gonna go Vinny. Okay. So that's our flight plan. Pretty simple. Let's put it at 11 a.m. because that just looks better. And we'll wait for. Oh, something just happened there. Hopefully that wasn't my. Hopefully that wasn't my. My yoke or my rudder pedals. When you hear that doo-doo-doo, that means some sort of USB device disconnected. Usually that's what that means. So, anyway, how things going today, guys? Welcome to the happy post-election world of the United States of America. If you're in the United States, I know some of you guys aren't, but we're having an interesting time here. Very interesting time. There's our TBM. We're going cold and dark today. No, I haven't, Edwin. I have a CH Products yoke, which I've had for 4 years, that is working just fine. And although the honeycomb yoke looks great, I just can't justify spending the 200 and some odd dollars on that right now because I've got to upgrade my PC first. That's a priority for me. So, yeah. So let's go checklist here, right? One thing I want to remember to do here is I can't remember. I always forget about FSEconomy. So let me load that, get that going here. All right. So that's up and going. Yeah, have you tried the yoke? And if so, what do you think of it? All right, so inside inspection. Do we have to do that? No, this stuff is all off. Tick, 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 tick. Well, inside ignition to auto. Let's see, make sure that's auto. Hold on, let's go back here. Actually, I'm not gonna, I gotta do this right. All right, so let's go here. All right, so we want external lights off. Okay, good. Interior lights are off. Good. Crash lever is down. Good. Starter is off. Good. Ignition is on auto. Good. Auxiliary boost pumps is off. Good. Fuel select is on manual. Trim off. De-ice, it's all off. Inert sep off. Parking brake is on. Gear is down. Bleed is off, I believe. Yep. Throttle is at cutoff, I believe. Yep. Fuel tank selector. Open and left, right. Yep. Left or right. So we got it on right. Okay, good. Page is complete. Start engine. So you're extremely happy with the alpha yoke. Yeah, I'm happy with my yoke too, man. I'm very happy with my yoke. Oh, so you use X-Plane 11 with the touch controllers? Yeah, I never really got into doing that. I always wanted to use a yoke. It just gives you better control. All right, so crash lever is going to up. Source is going to battery. Generator going to main. De-ice. Where's the test? The ice lights test. They're on. Okay,
Pause
good.
system test. Okay.
Landing gear lights are on. Okay. Fuel on board. We're going to be good there because we're doing that with what do you call it? All right, so what we're going to do is go ignition to auto, which it is. Aux boost pump on. Prop clear prop. Starter on for 2 seconds. 2. Okay. Throttle. To low idle. Okay, good there. We're going to watch our ITT. And get this on here. Okay, 60%. Okay, so we're good there. Good there. Oil pressure. Not sure why that's not on. Here we go. Here comes the oil pressure. Looking good. Automatic starter. Come on, go automatic starter. Come on. That's weird. When I hit this page, it changes the MFD. That's really weird. All right, I got to do something here. All right, so let me get this. I can hear the fuel pump cranking there. So I need my. Give me a second here, guys. All right, so we're going to go ignition. Where's the fuel pump? All right, aux boost off. We don't need that on anymore. All right, automatic starter tick. Okay, after engine starts. Go to idle, which we are. Come on, tick item. Boom. Oil pressure. Good. Aux. Put that on auto. Okay. Good. Fuel select to auto. Important. Fuel select shift. Button test. Okay, good. AP trim is on. Generator to main, which it is. And bleed to auto. Okay, good. All right, before we tax, do we want the inert SEPTA on? Check our flight controls. Okay. Flaps up. They are. Throttle, feather twice. Okay, we're good there. Taxi lights. Let's go to the top here. Let's see, where's our lights? We want our taxi lights on, and we want our nav on, strobe on, okay. And we'll turn our parking brake off before we're ready to go. All right, good. So we got a live plane now. Except we've got a few issues here. Let's see what our issues are. We got some yellow on the on the board here. That's in it because that's on ignition, stall, heat. Okay. We're going to want to go PDF. Let's see. PDF settings. Back. We got to go down here to our navigation. And come on back. Nav source. FMS. That's an important one. The Bravo quadrant. Yeah, everybody's moving to the Bravo quadrant. Install. That heat is on. Pitot heater is on. Okay. And why is the ignition light still on? Why is the ignition light still on? Ignition to off. There we go. All right, so we're good. We're ready to roll. You have a go flight. Okay. Yeah, everyone loves that Bravo quadrant. I mean, that's probably eventually a move for me, but like I said, CH Products is just working just fine for me. Let's check out the outside here. You have anybody else join the flight today? If you want, just let me know. All right, let's see if we can get ATC involved here. So let's go to ATC. Okay, and tune into clearance.
Clearance delivery day or November 328 Tango Delta IFR to Atlanta ready to copy.
Delta November 328 Tango Delta is clear to Atlanta Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 28 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 124.0 squawk 7567.
All right, we're going to go 9,000. We're going to see how ATC does getting us there today. Got our clearance, 9,000. We got our, let's see.
Delta 8 Tango Delta, acknowledge last transmission.
We're going to go, yeah, acknowledge.
Day or November 328 Tango Delta cleared to Atlanta Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 28 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 124.0 squawk 7567.
Delta 8 Tango Delta readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi.
Ground day or November 328 Tango Delta requesting pushback.
Dover November 328 Tango Delta, pushback request accepted.
What's up, dude? We got our pushback guy. Isn't he getting chopped up by the propeller?
Ground day or November 328 Tango Delta requesting the end of pushback.
That is weird. Look what's... Come on, dude.
Dover November 328 Tango Delta request to end pushback received.
Yeah, that ain't working.
Ground day or November 328 Tango Delta with Mike ready to taxi IFR.
Dover November 328 Tango
Yeah,
Delta
he's dead.
taxi to and hold short of runway 28 via taxiway Alpha cross runway 21 Alpha. Contact tower on 119.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 28 using taxiway Alpha cross runway 21 Alpha day or 8 Tango Delta.
28. I got to go to 28, so I got to go down this way. Okay, so I got to make a right-hand turn and go down, a left-hand turn and go down that way. Okay. All right, let's taxi, man. I already set. I got FSEconomy going. So we're good there. And we're ready to taxi. So we're going to taxi. Just like one more look here. So, all right, here we go. Break off. And we are taxiing. I can't wait for VR and FS 2020, that's for sure. Yeah, he's definitely dead. He rolled into the prop like 2 or 3 times. Yes, sir, I have one on order. I checked with the company I ordered it from last week, and there is no update yet, unfortunately. Well, there's no, they haven't started shipping yet. So hopefully, maybe next week. I'm hoping next week. Looking forward to that. We'll be flying some X-Plane 11, maybe some Aerofly FS2. I will definitely do a review. That's for sure. I'll do a review in every sim that I use. X-Plane and VR, X-Plane 11 and Aerofly FS2. I'll do both of those, and I'll do a review of the device too overall from a flight sim perspective, which is basically how I'm going to be using it primarily. But yeah, I'll definitely do a review. Now, my comparison is going to be a major leap from, the Oculus CV1, right, which is like first generation consumer grade VR, and flash up 4 years, right? Aerofly is incredible, actually.
Position caution, other traffic.
Well, there you go, Edwin. You'll get a good...
Hold position Daewoo 8 Tango Delta.
What do you say? Hold position. Okay, I'm holding my position. So yeah, so you have a CV1 as well. Yeah, so it'll be good reference. It's going to be a good reference for those people that are upgrading from a CV1. There's a group of us, and so that'll be good. I don't know why they're telling me to hold here. But I'm going to ignore them. We'll have to go around the bus here.
Driver 8 Tango Delta, continue taxi.
Okay.
Roger Daewoo 8 Tango Delta.
Oh, that's awesome, Edwin. I'm glad to hear that. That's great. And you're never looking back, right? Once you fly in VR, you can never look back. I'm hoping now this last update is supposed to have improved ATC, which is why I'm trying it today. So Normally it's been so screwed up that I just ignore it because it just doesn't work well. So I'm going to hold short here.
Tower Dayer November 328 Tango Delta ready for IFR departure runway 28.
VR flight sim
November
guy.
328 Tango Delta cleared for takeoff runway 28.
VR flight sim
Cleared for
guy. How you
takeoff runway
doing?
28 Dayer November 328 Tango Delta.
All right, I got my clearance. Clarence, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. I've really enjoyed your early access to the Reverb G2. Much appreciate the work that you did. You're even especially your the Ask Me Anything. That was really good. Helped answer some questions for me, and I'm sure a lot of other folks. So we always have a lot of people asking about the G2, and the VR Flight Sim guy's got one. You want to check out his channel. He does VR Flight Sim content, just as his name describes. So, well, thanks for hanging out in the chat. Appreciate that. Can't ever seem to get a flight done in VR without X-plane crashing. That's weird. Yeah, I don't seem to have that problem. Not sure. Diesel. Not sure what. I guess which headset you're using. That'd be good to know. Oh, you're looking at the new HP headset, okay, and the NVIDIA 3000. Yeah, I'm going to actually be sticking with the 1080 Ti. And my initial the CPU I have right now. Actually, let me take off here while I have clearance. All right, so all checks are good. I think the ground handling is better. The ground handling seems better. Like the sensitivity seems to be not ridiculous. Like I have to really move the rudder to steer, which is good. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. All right, so we're all set. We got clearance. Clarence. Anybody else flying with us today? Let me see. I'll put on. Let me go to general traffic, and we'll turn on nameplates. Okay, so we could just see. Doesn't look like anyone's flying with us today. Okay. No, my pleasure. You have a great channel. It's great content, and it's helps people, and that's why I started my channel too. Well, there's two reasons why I started my channel. One was a little selfish because I was troubleshooting and my memory is not great, so I figured if I made a video about stuff and I've ever had to go back and look at it to fix something, it would be there archived. So that was like one of the first reasons why I did it. And then people started to get like a lot of use out of it. So, then it became more instructional, like you're doing, and helping people make decisions because this stuff is expensive, right? All right, let's say rotate, and we are off the ground and running. We're going to go gear up. Flaps up. We took off actually without flaps, which is interesting. Let's hand fly ourselves over a little bit here.
Tango Delta contact Montgomery departure on 124.0.
124.0 for Dayer 8 Tango Whiskey. Montgomery departure Dayer November 328 Tango Whiskey is climbing through 1,000 feet for 9,000 feet.
Your Tower November Tree 28 Tango Whiskey Montgomery departure. Continue as planned.
All right.
Altimeter 29.902.
See how it's going to pick up the. I just turned on autopilot. Seems to be okay. You know, I haven't had any problems with this plane in the last couple of updates, so I'm not too worried about it. But the Ti SC2 was awful after the last upgrade. I haven't tried it since. I couldn't get it loaded last time. Yeah, so hopefully we're good here. You can see we're making a beeline back for our magenta, which actually has turned white. But anyway, yeah, so no problem on the shout out. Listen, I wish there was a way in YouTube streaming like there is in Twitch where you could actually do like raids and all that, and like, because I would definitely do that with you and other flight simmers like me who are, you know, producing VR content. There's no, so maybe we need like an organization of VR flight sim streamers or something, you know, so that we can help each other. I think that we should talk about that. Unfortunately, YouTube streaming doesn't give you that community capability, you know. It's very isolated. One of the things I think that's really lacking in YouTube streaming is that individual I don't know what to say, individualistic kind of approach, where Twitch is very, you know, rating people and hosting and all that, so you can help out other streamers, and there's none of that on YouTube. And they really should, if they want to really compete in the streaming market, they really should start to implement those types of capabilities. Yeah, cool. Let's connect offline, dude. My in the description is my my Discord. So just if you could join that and just reach out to me there, and then we can chat, like, figure it out. We'll figure some stuff out. Because I think it would be really cool. You know, we're both trying to do the same thing. We're both trying to help people make good decisions on spending money on this stuff, right? So, yeah, I mean, our missions are very similar, and I think let's work together, you know? Maybe form a alliance of VR flight sim streamers. Something like that. I know there'll be a number of people that will probably be interested in that, you know? So if YouTube isn't going to create that community, maybe we create it on our own. And we have the VR Aviation group we could use as like the kind of the core of it, I guess, you know? Since that's where we all kind of assemble, if you will. We could take over the world. Yeah. Well, the small little piece of the world that's interested in VR flight simulation, which I have a very funny feeling that once FS 2020 has, you know, releases their version of the VR, it's going to blast off, especially those who are going to buy a Quest 2 and the link cable, right? Which to me, I think you're better off buying a G2 because it's the same price, and I've gone through that math before, because basically you buy the high-end Quest 2 with the link cable and the extra and the good strap. By the time you're done with that, it's $540. You might as well spend $60 more and buy a reverb, because the reverb is better. All right. So for those of you thinking about getting into VR, and you think the Quest 2 is going to be the cheapest way, don't buy into that. Don't buy into that. I may do a video just about that, but if there isn't already. Actually, someone did talk about that. I forget the video. I remember seeing it, and because I didn't make that up, it really sparked me to think about, why would I buy a Quest 2, right? And not to mention that with the Quest 2, you're locked into all the whole Facebook ecosystem with your account and all that crap that not many of us like. So in any event, if you want to get into VR with a PC, do yourself a favor and get a Reverb G2. And if you want to know about it, go to VR Flight Sim Guy's channel, check out some of his videos. And soon, once I get mine, hopefully this coming week, when mine comes, gets delivered, you'll start seeing content from me too. Anyway, but in the meantime, today,
Tango Whiskey climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
boy, 11,000. Why have they got me at 11,000?
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet day or 8 Tango Whiskey.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. I don't want to go much higher than that.
Number 8 Tango Whiskey contact Atlanta Center on 120.45.
120.45 for day or 8 Tango Whiskey.
Now you see that jump?
328 Tango Whiskey is at 9,000 feet, climbing 11,000.
You see that jump, like when I turned on
November
vertical
328 Tango
speed?
Whiskey Atlanta Center, continue as planned.
So I changed.
Altimeter 29.902.
So when I changed it to 11,000, and all I did was I hit the V. It was at 1,500 feet per minute. I hit VS. And you see that the way the plane jumped? That's got to be fixed. The plane's not going to do that. The autopilot is not going to do that. It's going. The flight director is. It's got It's got logic to make sure the plane doesn't jump like that, right? Oh, thank you. My wonderful wife just brought me a couple of eggs. Rock on. Yeah, she's going. Are you going to practice your drums now? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, me too, man. I can't wait to get it. I did a video, or I did a stream last weekend with the Oculus, the CV1, and which I kind of coined my last CV1 stream, which I think it's going to be. Because as I've said before, I'm very disappointed in Facebook Oculus, and I'm not going to give them any money. So, yeah, I love the CV1 too, but the good thing about it, Edwin, is that if you don't want to keep it for prosperity, which I don't, because next year you're going to have to connect it to your, or I guess 2022, whatever. You're going to have to connect it to your Facebook account eventually. I'm selling mine. Break it up, sell it in piece parts. You'll get close to $400 probably total for it, which will offset most of the cost of your reverb. Even if you get $300 for it, you're going to pay. That's going to pay for half of your reverb. The way I look at it is, I had this thing for the CV1 for 4 years. I've actually had 2 of them because Oculus sent me another one, because the first one, when the sound broke, the speakers broke, or the earphones, stopped working because of the wiring inside the strap. They sent me a new one after a year, which was really good. That's when Oculus was Oculus, before Facebook bought them. And then, now it's been giving me so much joy, many hundreds of hours of VR flight. It's helped other people too, which is awesome. And, it's time to move on. Hey, what's up there, 427? I know who you are, Skidmark. Skidmark is his name on our VR flight, our VR aviation group in FSEconomy. My wife makes the best fried eggs. Oh my God, they're so good. I don't know what she does. She puts something on them. She never tells me. But she puts something on them. I think it's just like pepper or something. But the mixture, the taste of that fried egg with a sip of coffee is like, it's just awesome. She makes the best fried eggs. She's probably listening to this and laughing right now. So yeah, I'm gonna miss the CV1 too, but I'm really looking forward to the G2. And from what I see from VR Flight Sim guy, that the 1080 Ti, as he said, is just fine for X-Plane 11. Now I know my concern is how the Ti is going to handle FS 2020 VR and the reverb. That might be a challenge. I know you can't talk about that, dude. So not even going to ask you the question. But that's the thing that has me a little concerned. Although I think it probably should be okay. I think more of the problem there for me is going to be CPU. But I have it in the plans to upgrade CPU to a 10th generation i7 and then stick with the 1080 Ti for a little bit and then eventually get like probably a 3080 as things progress here. So that's the goal. I've had this 1080 Ti for 4 years, so gotten a hell of a lot of use out of it. I may keep it and just use it for mining. We'll see. But yeah, so really looking forward to that. All right, so raise your hand in the chat if you've got a reverb on order, or just type in G2 if you got a reverb on order. Yes, it is an expensive hobby, that's for sure. But it's a lot cheaper than having to rent the plane or spending $10,000 to get your PPL. And you get when you put that headset on, for those of you who don't fly in VR, when you put that headset on, for the first time you ever do it, and you jump in a plane, whatever plane, GA plane, it's an amazing feeling. When you take off, you're looking. You don't have to move your head even. You just look. Use your eyes to just look around, and you get the real sense that you're in a real plane. An X-plane does VR very well. It was a long road, as many will tell you. I was actually involved with the alpha of VR, working with Laminar directly on it when the first versions were coming out. And there were some pretty stumbling times, that's for sure. But over the years, they really, I mean, it took them 3 years, but they really got it to the point where, at least in my case, it's been pretty flawless. And this last release that they came out with when they switched to Vulkan made a huge difference. Really? 150,000 pounds? Wow. That's what it costs to get your commercial license? Wow. And he can't get a job because, well, the airline industry is just... But I understand that the private jet industry is still thriving. I'm not sure if he's looked into that. I guess it depends on which planes he's trained on. But, yeah, 13K. Yeah, in the U.S. here, it's probably between 10 and 12K. I've heard some people that have gotten it done for below 10K. It depends on where in the country you are. You know, here in the Northeast, it's going to be more expensive. It's really funny, like where I am, there's 2 airports that are within 6-7 miles from each other. One airport charges like $25 an hour more than the other, which is really strange. But actually, there's 3 airports and 2 of them are cheaper than the other. But yeah, so that's. But it's an awesome dream, and that's my plan. Someday, when I've got the time, because you got to have the time. You know, if you want to do it right, you got to have the time. I just don't have the time right now to do it. You know. Did I just kill the? I want to go. Yeah, I just hit the barrow by mistake. All right, we got 59 miles. We got 12 minutes. All right, so I hope this guy like starts to let us descend. Let's. I tell you what. Let's request a decrease. We're at 11,000. Let's go to 5,000.
Atlanta Center Dairy Tango Whiskey. Request 5,000 feet.
Dairy Tango Whiskey descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
That's awesome that you got that,
Descend
dude.
and maintain 5,000 feet Dairy Tango Whiskey.
So Edwin, what
Dairy Tango Whiskey descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
what kind of plane do you
Descend
fly,
and
Edwin?
maintain 7,000 feet Dairy Tango Whiskey.
Did it? I just said I wanted. $152. Awesome. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations. So just a question. So like, are you like, what do you do? Like, are you renting planes, you know, to keep up, or are you part of a co-op or something like that? I know, like in the U.S., they have like rental co-ops and stuff that you can get involved with.
Dairy Tango Whiskey, please expedite your descent to 7,000 feet. Dairy Tango Whiskey, you are 53 miles southwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 9er left approach via Ryan transition. Cleared to Ryan.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 9er left approach via Ryan transition. Cleared to Ryan Dairy Tango Whiskey. Atlanta Center Dare November 328 Tango Whiskey requesting vector to next waypoint.
Dairy Tango Whiskey, continue to Ryan turning and following heading 040.
Continue to Ryan turning and following heading 040 Dairy Tango Whiskey.
Whiskey climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Day 8 Tango Whiskey.
Day 8 Tango Whiskey, please expedite your climb to 11,000 feet. Day 8 Tango Whiskey, please expedite your climb to 11,000 feet. Day 8 Tango Whiskey, please expedite your climb to 11,000 feet. Day 8 Tango Whiskey, contact Atlanta Center on 135.0.
135.0 for Day 8 Tango Whiskey. Atlanta Center Day November 328 Tango Whiskey is climbing through 7,000 feet for 11,000 feet.
Dover November 328 Tango Whiskey Atlanta Center, continue to RYENN as planned. Altimeter 29.902. Dover 8 Tango Whiskey descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Day 8 Tango Whiskey.
Oh, sorry. I had my headset off. Sorry. I had it on mute. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. VR Flight Sim guy, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. And guys, make sure you check out his channel. Okay. Make sure you check out his channel. He does some great content for VR flight simming. If you want to know about the G2, he's got some really good videos, early videos, if you want to get some information. But Make sure you check out his channel. Just click on him there, subscribe to his channel, and again, appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had this thing on mute because I took a sip of coffee and I didn't want you guys to hear that, so I forgot to turn it back on. Yeah, you too, man. Take care. So yeah, before that, they were telling me the ATC was telling me to climb to 11,000, and then as soon as I would have gotten there, they would have said descend to 7,000. Okay, so now I'm at 7,000. I'm coming close to my waypoint. So let's see how I'm going to follow instructions here and see how they tell me to descend. Now, if I go to do I have to turn it on FLC in order for it to follow the procedure? I probably do, right? But I'm not sure how this thing would react if I did that.
Charter 8 Tango Whiskey descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
All right, we're going to go 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Dayor 8 Tango Whiskey.
Yeah, we're using FLC to do that. And we'll slow her down to 180, 180. That worked kind of well. So far,
Tango Whiskey contact Atlanta approach on 127.9er.
So far we're doing okay here.
127.9er for Dayor 8 Tango Whiskey. Atlanta approach Dayor November Tree 28 Tango Whiskey is out of 6,800 feet for 6,000 feet.
Delta November Tree 28 Tango Whiskey Atlanta approach. Continue to AKAY as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Are we actually going to successfully shoot an approach into Atlanta?
Charter 8 Tango Whiskey descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Dayor 8 Tango Whiskey.
I think I better be going a little faster here. Are we actually going to shoot a proper approach here? That would be cool if it works out. Let's check out on the big screen here. It's got me doing a loop-de-loop, so don't know why.
Charter 8 Tango Whiskey descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Dayor 8 Tango Whiskey.
Interesting. USA PR1 flying along. Recognize that tag.
Charter 8 Tango Whiskey, you are 13 miles west of Atlanta. Contact Atlanta Tower on 119er decimal tree when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 119er decimal tree. Dayor 8 Tango Whiskey. Atlanta Tower Dayor November Tree 28 Tango Whiskey 12 miles west inbound ILS runway 9er left approach.
Delta November Tree 28 Tango Whiskey Atlanta Tower. Cleared ILS runway 9er left approach. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 and 275 at 7.
Now, I probably could
Cleared
have.
ILS runway 9er, left approach Dayer 8 Tango Whiskey.
I probably could have chosen a different. All right. You know what? I'm not. If this thing is going to send me around here, I'm not following that. I could see the runways right there. We're going gear down. It's taking me to Vinny, so good. We're not gonna do a loop here. Hold on. So it is actually pulling me in here, which is great. It's shooting this approach. I got my gear down. This is like the first time I've ever had a successful approach. USA APR1, how you doing, man? Or USA PR1. FSC talking already. You already have a 208. You're thinking next purchase. TBM or King?
Wind 275 at 7.
Let me land and then we'll talk about that.
Cleared to land runway 9er, left Dayer 8 Tango Whiskey.
I love the fact that I'm shooting an approach here and it's handling the altitude and it's bringing me in on a perfect descent level. And everything is working, Alan. You're right. Things are working. It's actually a really good feeling. I got the green line there, and you know, we're at the relative altitude of 1,300, 1,200. I'm right on target with the runway. I can actually leave this on until I get probably to the 500-foot mark. I'm gonna hit my flaps here. I got gear down. I'm gonna start to slow this plane down. Wow, the approach worked. Good job, Asobo. Good job. Look, man, when they do something good, I'm going to always... There's 500. Autopilot is off. Oops. Oops. I want to be a little closer than that. Not that close. Like there. All right, we got 132, and we are... Take that off there. I'm only 2 months behind everyone else. So you're saying that you have success with the procedures? Okay, well. What can I say, guy? I got full flaps. I'm still a little hot. But I got a lot of runway, so that's good. Uh-oh, it's one of those crazy things in the runway right there. I don't want to hit that bump and crash my plane. Those little mirages in the runway. Just had to fly over that. All right, we are good to go here.
Delta 8 Tango Whiskey, turn next taxi, wait.
Wow, that was awesome, man. We shot an approach that actually worked. Cleaning up the flaps. We'll exit here. Yeah, that was awesome, man. I'm very happy with that.
Delta 8 Tango Whiskey, contact ground on 129er decimal 27.
129er decimal 27 for Dayer 8 Tango Whiskey. Ground Dayer November 328 Tango Whiskey taxi to parking.
parking via taxiway Mike 14 Mike Delta Lima Delta Foxtrot Charlie Cross Runway 8 right Charlie Cross
Oh,
Runway
come on,
26
dude.
right
Yeah.
Charlie Alpha Alpha 3.
There's no way I'm going to figure that out. I mean,
Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway Mike 14 Mike Delta Lima Delta Foxtrot Charlie Cross Runway 8 right Charlie Cross Runway 26 right Charlie Alpha Alpha Tree Day or 8
okay,
Tango
sure.
Whiskey.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to violate ground traffic, ground taxing, and we're just going to head over to the tower. Oh, shit. That was a really cool approach, man. That was a really cool approach. All right, I'm just going to park right here. All right. Good, 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 good. I'm very happy with that, man.
Oral warning, okay.
Beautiful. And we did a successful flight with FSEconomy. So we look at our logs for VR Aviation. There's our flight there. So for $4,600 in income, rental cost was only $400. Not bad. Landing crew, we had to pay $377 for fuel and landing crew. Got a distance bonus, which is nice. Put that into the coffers of VR Aviation, $2,100, and then $3,000 in our own pocket. So successful flight for a VR Aviation pilot. Take a look at the numbers here. So VR Aviation, $2 million in cash. FBOs, all these wonderful FBOs, aircraft, all these wonderful aircraft. Our hubs are at Cape May and Roanoke. If you want to fly, we've got a TBM there at what do you call it? Wildwood, or Cape May, sorry. And we've got Diamonds at both airports. We've got SR-22s at both airports. I tell you what, I would like to fly the SR-22 right now. I want to see how that's flying. So why don't we head to Cape May, and let's pick up a flight. Let's see, maybe we can go to Raceway Park. It's not too far of a flight. I want to get something I could have a return on. If we go up to Sky Manor, that's one of my favorite airports in New Jersey. We could take 2 people back. That's pretty good. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Let's just see what else we got available to us. So we're going to go, we could go New Garden, not the greatest airport. We could go a quick flight. Maybe that's what we'll do. Let's see 33N Dover. We don't have any return there. That sucks. 43. That's Easton. Okay, we could do that. Go visit Martin Guitar. I've actually been to that factory. So we're going to pick up 3 people. So let's do that. Let's just do this right here. We'll do 3 people. And we're going to go with the SR-22. Rent that. My flight. And then we're going to fly for VR Aviation. And then we need a flight back here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Because you get more money if you do the singles. And that'll get us back. And we're going to be good to go there. So let's just check out our flight. All right, we got our plane, 30 in gas. We could probably refuel that to, let's just do 50 in gas. Plenty of fuel for our our 3 passengers. So now we're going to go we're going to get rid of that, and let's go to main menu. We're going to fly the SR-22. Hey Diesel, you're doing liveries now, eh? I saw your note in Discord. Shoot me your email address in Discord, and I'll get you the VR Aviation logos. I'm not sure if you're up for it. It would be very cool. It would be very cool to have an SR22 and a TBM for VR Aviation. And if you make those, we can promote them for you. So we're going to go N43. Oh, no. Sorry. Cape May. Sorry. Starting off Cape May. KWWD. And we're going to N43. I may do the return later, but we'll see. So this would be a nice flight here. We're gonna depart. I'm gonna have engines running. All right, guys, just to make it easier. And we're gonna go Braden. Let's see. Do we have a waypoint? New waypoint. Here we go. Add. All right, so that'll get us into Cape. Into what do you call it? Easton. And we're gonna just fly VFR. We don't need. Maybe we do flight following, if anything. But there you go. Let's get that flight going. Yeah. So Diesel, shoot me an email. Sorry, shoot me your email on Discord, and I'll get you the high-res files for the VR Aviation logos. And then if you want to set up like a, I don't know where people are downloading liveries for FS 2020, but once you get them posted there, you let me know and I'll distribute them. I'll basically let people know about them. That'd be awesome. I'm assuming you're probably going to do the A320 because of all the great work you're doing with the on-air group. So, but yeah, let me know and we could take care of that, dude. All right, so
Whiskey Delta, traffic Cirrus November, Tree 28 Tango Delta, taking off runway 28 departure to the north.
all right, we got. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes if you want to join me here at Cape May. SR22. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, after I finish streaming here, provided I have your email address, I will make sure to get you the logos. All right, CDI. We'll make sure GPS is on. Let's see. I haven't flown this plane in a while, so we're going to go nav, flight director. We want to set our altitude at 3K. Plenty high. We want to go vertical speed. We're not going to use IAS. So vertical speed at 500. I could actually go 600 in this plane. Awesome. Bruce, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining, dude. Yeah, that'd be great, Diesel. But like I said, figure out a way to, distribute. I think I think there are places where people are distributing, what do you call it? Liveries for FS 2020. So try to figure out that, and I'll let people know where it is. Edwin, how you doing, man? Well, sorry. Oh, you're checking off. Sorry, dude. Well, I appreciate you. I certainly appreciate you stopping in. And again, Edwin, it's awesome that you got your PPL in October. Congratulations and fly safe, dude, for sure. Yeah, it's a great Saturday, man. All right, so I'm going to, where is it? Where the hell is it? Hold on, I gotta figure this stuff out. All right, so SR22, I'm starting the flight in FSEconomy. Make sure that is good to go. And we got our 3 souls go into the Martin Guitar Factory, which I've actually been to before. I actually own a Martin guitar. It's a 1977 D35. Beautiful guitar. I bought it when I was a kid with my own money. I've talked about it before. It's a beautiful sounding guitar. Yeah, so we're going to be heading up there. All right. 100 miles in the SR22. Check that out. Is it me or does the SR22 look a little squatty in FS 2020? It just looks a little short. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but in X-Plane, I'm going to do a side-by-side. I don't know. It just looks a little short to me. Anyway. All right, so we're good to go there. We're ready to go. Do we have clearance? Oh no, this is yeah, we're it does look stubby. Doesn't it look stubby? I think they've actually increased the volume of the sound isolation headsets too a little bit, which is good. Before it was too quiet. They've increased that. We don't have retractable landing gear in this plane, so we are just basically getting our flaps up here. So we're going to make a hand turn here. Oops.
Atlantic City approach Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo is type Cirrus SR22 1 miles west of Kilo Whiskey Whiskey Delta. Request flight following.
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo Atlantic City approach. Squawk 0306.
Squawk 0306 Cirrus 8 Golf Echo.
You see that jump down before it goes up in autopilot?
They got
2
miles west of Kilo Whiskey Whiskey Delta 1,000 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Copy Cirrus 8 Golf Echo.
Yeah, I want to see something here. I think, let's see, general sound, headphone simulation. I think they did a better job of that. What would really be good is if they give you the ability to increase the volume of the headphone simulation. I think that would be good. But it just sounds better, like I can hear the engine more, you know? All right, we're heading back to our vector. Let's see, we've got, it's probably going to be about 30 minutes flight to Easton, PA. Home of Larry Holmes. It does look stubby. Home of Larry Holmes. For you boxing fans. Oh, wow. I just touched the mixture like a little bit. And you see what happened there? That might be a sensitivity issue. I don't know. I'm just pulling back on the throttle a little bit so we got plenty of juice. Let's check out. See, what I don't like is they don't give you fuel gauges here. You have to look down here for the fuel gauges. You really should have fuel here. They have to work on this for the SR22. Like, you should have an engine option that gives you all the engine information so that you can make decisions on, you know, fuel mixture and all that. It's a very incomplete plane. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it's an incomplete plane. But we are on our track here. We are climbing to 3K, and we're looking good. So a couple things I wanted to talk about. Um, let's see. Let's go here. So the first thing is for you X-Plane fans, Torque Sim, the SR20 is now available. It's a variant of the SR22. I'm not sure. Well, here's what the cost is. Let's see what the cost is. $50. Now, I already own the SR22. I don't know if you get a break on that. I haven't looked into it or not, but the SR20 is going to have, it's not going to have a turbo variant like the other one does, but, Torque Sim, if you like flying Cirrus planes in VR, in X-Plane, Torque Sims is the best. Don't waste your money on the Coronado SR22. I saw that it was on sale this week for like 30. It's a piece of junk. Don't even bother. If you want to fly an SR22 or an SR20 in X-Plane, this is the plane. All right, this is the one I love, the SR22. Since I love this so much, I probably won't buy the SR20 because I'd rather just fly the SR22. But this is a fantastic plane. It's a little pricey. It's like $65 or $55. But you're getting two variants. You're getting the normally aspirated variant and you're getting the turbo. So, not to do a commercial for these guys. I mean, I bought mine. I didn't get it. There's no sponsoring here. I bought mine. This plane in X-Plane in VR is awesome. It's study level. Everything in the plane works. Every button works. Every knob works. It's solid, dude. And it's great in VR. Great in VR. Anyway, so these guys just developed or released the SR20 for those interested in that variant. Let's see. On the FS2020 front, update 6, which came out 4 days ago. Not a whole lot listed here that they changed, although these are probably deep changes. You can see ATC, at least for me, worked better. They did some navigation changes. Nav Blue data was updated, whatever the hell that is. And the navigation date is now dynamically set in avionics. Okay. More like system stuff, but I don't think that you're going to ever have control over that. ATC window is now listed the entire name of the approach. Okay. That's good. Should respond to requests for changing an approach into an airport. Good. That's good. Users should now have the option to request an IFR clearance in the air, even if they have a flight plan entered. That's good. ATC should now respond to requests for changing runways while nearer on an approach. Good. So they're expanding ATC, which is good. Seemed to work well for me there before. The only problem I had with it was that it wanted to go to 11,000, and then a minute later, it wanted to go back down to 7,000. That is, to me, is ridiculous, but it seems like it's getting better. On the planes, fly-by-wire bank oscillation has been fixed in the Airbus. I've still seen videos on Facebook of the Airbus A320 doing its oscillation at altitude, so they still have problems with that. Overpowered engine of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner has been reduced. All right. Fix broken plane instruments when switching to metrics via option menu. All right. Fix cockpit interaction with either getting mixed up or not working in third-party airplanes. Okay. All liveries should now be accessible in-game and properly loaded. Okay. Lighting should no longer be triggered in clear skies. Never had that problem. Sensitivity curve methodology has been adapted for different inputs. That's probably good. That's probably why the ground handling was a little better for me. New temporal anti-aliasing TAA along with new sharpening filter using AMD Fidelity FX CAS falls into. Whatever. I'm not sure what that means. So I'm sure all good fixes. What's, blatantly missing here is things like, the fuel burn on the longitude. The having north up and path up on the GPS, and there's a lot of things, but making progress, and I didn't see a lot of negative posts after updating this, so it should. I guess it seems to be. Diesel, you're saying the 8320 is better. That's good. That's good to hear. So, yeah. Listen, at least they're updating it. They better for all the money they made, but it seems to be getting better. Looking forward to VR. Should be interesting. When that's available, GA. I'm not part of the beta because I don't have a Windows. Oh, you have the mod. Okay, yeah, I'm sure the stock is bad. Well, shouldn't say that. I'm not sure. I've seen videos of people with the stock when it's doing the oscillation. So, and the word is the higher you go, the worse it is. All right, so that is FS20 updates. Next thing is for you Reverb 2 fans, G2 fans. Apparently there was an update from Windows Mixed Reality this week that improves clarity, light leakage of God rays, and chromatic aberration, whatever the hell that is. But you can see side by side here, before and after. You can see very noticeably blurry to very, very sharp. So there you go. I mean, that's an improvement they're making to Windows Mixed Reality, which is really good to see. Really good to see. I'm going to be entering into that community soon. So, saying goodbye to the Oculus community and entering the Mixed Reality community, which I kind of resisted for a long time when some of the first headsets were coming out. I know there were some issues, but anyway, this is a good update, and I think VR Flight Sim Guy actually has a video on this, talking deeper about that. But the nutshell, for those of you that don't want to get into the details, the nutshell is you could see a much deeper clarity of the image. So, hey, Size Corner, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the content today. So those are a few things that we have updated, which all good stuff. They're continuing to make improvements on FS 2020, which is good. You're so torn. New AMD CPU plus GPU and the Bravo quadrant. You're from Ireland. All right. I have ancestors from Ireland. I'm half Irish. Yes, I'm half Irish. Half Italian, half Irish. Well, half Italian and a mixture of Irish, English, some other stuff, but really it's just, I just say Irish because I don't know what the hell the other stuff is. But anyway, yeah. Aaron, go abroad, dude. So, you're torn between your choices. So, I am too. I would say that if the desire is to improve performance of your flight sim, I always say start with the CPU. Start inside and work out, right? So the most important component of a PC when it comes to gaming or flight simulation, despite popular potential confusion, it's not the GPU, it's the CPU. The CPU is number one. That is the core thing of a computer, right? The core component, right? So get your money right there first, and then work your way out. CPU, this is my feeling, okay? CPU, then storage. And storage could be faster memory, RAM, memory, RAM, or faster SSD, hard storage or soft storage. Work your way out. CPU, storage, right? Once those things are solved, then you work out to the GPU, right? So I would say, before you buy a Bravo quadrant, buy an AMD. Update your CPU, and then make a choice between the Bravo quadrant and your GPU. Because I don't know which CPU you have, dude, but if you're thread bound, then you need to update your CPU. Because that's going to cure a lot of problems. That's my problem. My biggest problem right now is CPU. Because I'm running an i7-6700, which is a 4-core CPU. I need to go to 8 cores, 8 faster cores, right?
Cirrus 8 Golf Echo, contact Philadelphia, approach on 127.35.
Going to 127.35 Cirrus 8 Golf Echo.
Yeah, but that's always how I
Philadelphia
solve
approach,
that decision.
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo 3,000 feet.
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo Philadelphia approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Yeah, so that's how I usually break down the decision tree on what to spend money on. For me, if I go to a new CPU, I've got to upgrade the motherboard, right? So it's a different thing for me. I have to spend money, $200 on a motherboard around, which means I've got to spend money on RAM, which means, so basically it's motherboard, CPU, and RAM. So you're talking about $5, $7, $1,000, right? So if you don't have to replace your motherboard and you can just upgrade your CPU, do that, dude. Do that. Yeah, need versus want. I get you. Could I play Bus Simulator for live stream? Well, I don't really play Bus Simulator, dude. Most of my stuff is going to be Flight Simulator. Pretty much all of my stuff is Flight Simulator. Then that's where I would invest my money first, man. That's me. That's me. I think the CPU is where you need to focus first. I mean, I fly in VR, so the quadrant to me is not that important. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at it's like in VR when you have a headset on, you're not really the yoke. It's like a mouse. It's
Philadelphia
like,
approach, Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo Philadelphia approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through Bravo airspace, Cirrus 8 Golf Echo.
So this is why I'm not, particularly interested in upgrading my yoke in the quadrant. That's, between the two of those, probably be close to $500 to do that. That's a CPU. And if you're in VR, the quadrant is cool, but you're doing everything by hand feel, right? So it's hard for me to justify. Now, if you're flying like A320s and commercial jets a lot in flight sims, I get you want the Bravo quadrant because it's got all that capability, right? Reverse thrust and all that. It's got all that capability, and I get that, okay?
Cirrus 8 Golf Echo contact McGuire approach on 120.25.
But if you're mainly GA like me...
120.25 Cirrus 8 Golf Echo. McGuire
again,
approach,
it's a balance,
Cirrus November
right?
328 Golf Echo 3,000 feet.
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo, McGuire approach, continue as planned.
Yeah, the trim wheel.
29.902.
But I have a trim you know, I have a trim button on my CH products, right? Both elevator trim and aileron trim. So it moves the trim wheel. I mean, yeah, it's cool to have the trim wheel, but I got a button on my CH products that allows me to control the trim. I don't know. It looks cool, and it would be really cool to have, but to me, it's just. I mean, that's the reason why one of the reasons why I haven't switched to the yoke, the honeycomb yoke. It looks really great, and people rave about it, but it doesn't have throttle on it. So that means I have to buy a throttle quadrant because the CH products I have has everything you need. It's got throttle. It's got two controls for one I use for flaps, the other I use for landing gear. It's got plenty of buttons and hat switches and stuff on the yoke itself. It's got everything I need to fly. I've never been limited by it. So, that's where we are. All right, passing Philadelphia on our left here.
Sirius 8 Golf Echo, contact Philadelphia, approach on 127.35.
Going to 127.35 Cirrus 8 Golf Echo. Philadelphia approach Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo 3,000 feet.
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo Philadelphia approach, continuous plan. Altimeter 29.902.
Yeah, Bus Simulator actually looks pretty cool. I've seen Squirrel play Bus Simulator. I just haven't gotten into that yet. I mean, I do have a wheel and stuff. The Logitech G902, I think it is, which I was actually thinking about selling, believe it or not, because I just don't. I don't like play a lot of steering game. Like I used to do some iRacing, but that's not great in VR for me. I was like getting like motion sickness. And American Truck Simulator is cool. I did a lot of content in that, and I was actually thinking about getting back into that, and that's the reason why I haven't sold my wheel and pedals and stuff. But you have Bus Simulator, Diesel? Yeah, I know. I mean, if I was streaming, I have a limited amount of time to stream, right? So.
Cirrus 8 Golf Echo, contact Philadelphia approach on 123.8.
And most of the people that
Going
I think
to 123.8 Cirrus 8 Golf Echo.
most of the people that subscribe to my
Philadelphia
channel,
approach Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo 3,000 feet.
most of the people that are
Cirrus November 328 Golf Echo Philadelphia approach.
can I lower the
continuous
sound
plan.
of that?
Altimeter 2.
See if I can lower the sound of that. It's so loud. Sound, cockpit, master, voices. We've got a lot of sims. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if I was streaming like 3 times a week or 4 times, and I know I try to do that, it's just difficult for me to get the time to do that. I might get into some other of the gaming, the driving stuff. And maybe when I have more time to do it, I'll get into that. Because I do like the driving games, especially American Truck Simulator. I really did like that a lot, and that was a lot of fun. But most of the time that I have to game, to use my to do simulation, I just really am gravitated more towards flight sim because I just enjoy it more, and it's been that way for quite some time. I was trying out Fishing Simulator, which was actually kind of cool. That kind of wore off a little bit, I don't know. I think I would be into. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they're really expanding that. That's awesome. And I was doing multiplayer in American Truck Simulator. Maybe I'll get back into that, Diesel. Maybe we'll get back into that. I know there's a lot of people that subscribe to the channel that are American Truck Simulator. Let me put that on my potential to-do list. See, they've got all these things, right? So how do I keep up with On Air and FSEconomy? And, it's just so many things that, and you got limited time. And for me, I get the most enjoyment personally out of flight simulation, especially VR flight simulation. Now, Diesel, do you do ATS in VR? Because I did try that way back when, and it was kind of funky. I've been wanting to try that again because, to me, that would be the best way to do it, right? Driving in VR. And I can handle slow driving in VR. Oh yeah, you can do VR for ATS. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. There's an option in Steam. Just Google it, and there's instructions on how to do it. You can absolutely do that. Yeah. Now, when I did it before, it was very early on, and it wasn't great. But my guess is it's improved. My guess. So maybe we'll do some VR. I have to go back and figure it all out again because it's been so long. But maybe we can weave in some VR American Truck Simulator, especially now that you've got all these new areas. Now, I did go back and look at my account because I set up like garages and people working for me, and I got like $3 billion or something like that. So, because the money has just been playing on in the game for a couple of years. So I've got a lot of money in my ATS account or whatever. So it's that's kind of cool. But yeah, maybe we'll get back into that. I know I said that before, and because I really did enjoy the truck driving because the graphics are very cool in that. And if it's in VR, if I can get it to work solid in VR, I think that would be really cool. And I know at least Diesel would probably watch. And maybe Cy would watch too, because he's into sounds like he's into vehicle simulation. I was doing Farm Simulator. I did that for a little while. That was interesting. To me, that got a little boring. I don't know. Just me. It's sort of like an OCD thing. Oh, make sure. I was like, my OCD was coming out, You'd watch it? All right, cool. Anybody else into ATS? I have to get back. It's been so long. Like, I forgot all my little tricks and stuff. But I like the multiplayer aspect of it the best. That was awesome. Okay, so you used to drive in real life. Gotcha. Okay. Well, now I can understand why you're attracted to it. That makes sense. You got to play country music when you're driving in American Truck Simulator, right? It's okay. I like country music. Yeah, you got to play that country music. Let's check out it outside here. Do I recognize that airport? I think it's closed down. That scenery is incredible. It really is incredible. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what this looks like in VR. That is something I really want to see. Especially with the G2, because the clarity of the G2, you know, and the detail of FS 2020 scenery, I mean, it should be a very good combination. So that's going to be interesting to see. All right, so I got 2 people that would be interested in ATS. That's good. At least I'll have 2 people watching. But yeah, so that's maybe maybe tomorrow I'll take some time and see if I can get that shit going again. Because like I said, I got obsessed with it. Like before all the new places came out, like Utah and Colorado and all that. I was on this quest to travel on every single road in American Truck Simulator, and I ended up doing it. It took me like forever. I'd get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would just drive all these routes because I wanted to. It's kind of like OCD a little bit, you know. I wanted to travel like every single road in ATS, you know. Yeah, it's like an obsession. You want to like complete the puzzle, you know. Now that it's getting bigger, it's like kind of impossible to do, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. The thing about it though is, you know, there's no autopilot, right? So it's not like here where I could just put the plane on autopilot and fly and talk. You know, there you got to like pay attention to the road. And it's really funny because in those days when I was trying to cover every road, I would be like, you know, I'd be playing the game for like 5 hours, 6 hours a day, and I would actually like experience like road road tiredness, whatever you call it. And I would actually, was falling asleep at the virtual wheel. Yeah, it was like, and I would like wake up and I'd be like off the road, you know, and it'd be wild. Yeah, fatigue, road fatigue. Thank you. Yeah, it still has. I guess it's still out now. Do you do? I actually happened to be one time in real life. One time, and the story is when I was younger, I was musician part. Well, I was playing in the band, so we were playing late. You know, 2, 3 in the morning. I'd be getting home, and I was also going to school, computer tech school, to learn how to program, to learn how to code. And it started at 8 a.m. So I'd get up at 3 a.m. I'd get home at 3 a.m. Maybe get to bed by 3:30 if I was lucky. Get like 4 hours sleep. You know, 5-minute shower, hop in the car, drive 30 miles to school, right? Every day, Monday through Friday. And I wasn't playing out every night, but I was playing out 3 nights a week. And those nights when I was playing out, I would be exhausted, right? So one morning, driving to school, and I had this 1976 Granville. It was my grandmother. She had passed away, and the car became mine. It got 7 or 8 miles to the gallon. This boat of a car, right? And that was my car. That's the car that I used. So I was driving to school, and driving down a major freeway that's separated. The north and southbound is separated by like a grass median, right? Pretty wide grass median. And as I'm driving along, all of a sudden I wake. I'm driving, and the next thing I know, I'm on the side of the road, in half on the grass, half on the shoulder. And the car hit a mile marker, which is what woke me up. It hit like a metal mile marker, you know, those things that are staked on the side of the ground. And I saw the mile marker go over the car, and as I woke up and looked up, there was an overpass cement overpass, literally like 80 yards in front of me, and I'm doing like 70 miles an hour. And I just like reacted, and I just hit the steering wheel to the right. I didn't even look, and got back into the what do you call it, the shoulder, because it was a pretty large shoulder, and then looked and got back into the fast lane because I was on the left side of the thing. And my heart had to be beating like 150, 160 beats per minute. It was like an adrenaline rush, and I'll never forget. Like, it's one of those things, like, it happened, decades ago, and I literally still have dreams about it. I still have dreams about it. That's how messed up it was. And ever since that time, I've never fallen asleep at the wheel again. I've had times when I felt tired, and I would like take a water bottle and put water in my hand and like slap my face with cold water, open the window, whatever, But that was so. I mean, I was literally 20 seconds probably from dying, maybe 10, 15 seconds from smashing into a cement overpass at 70 miles an hour. I would have been gone. And that's the kind of shit that can happen when you have road fatigue. So I was young, very young then. I was, in my 20s, early 20s, and I remember the whole day. It shook me up, and I just I never fell asleep at the wheel since then, ever. I've done some long road trips like all of us do, and if I start to feel a little tired, I pull over. And like I'll close my eyes for 20 minutes or something until I can get it off me, or get a cup of coffee, or drink a bottle of water, something, to wake my ass up again. Because, I could have killed somebody else. That's the thing that got me too, right? And I know that truckers suffer from that. It's definitely scary. Yeah, definitely scary. But yeah, so that was the closest I ever came to a traffic death. But like I said, I still dream about that sometimes. Like every once in a while, I'll have a dream. I'll be in the car and I'll hear a bang, and I'll look up and I'll see a mile marker fly over the car, because like I can vision. I still have like a video in my head of that.
Traffic, Cirrus November, tree 28 Golf, Echo 11 miles south, 3,000 feet inbound to land, runway tree 6.
Okay. We're just letting CTAF know about. But anyway, so that's I forgot how we got on that, but we were talking about ATS virtual road fatigue. Yeah, well, I know that was a big problem, right? And you could imagine if you're flying if it's not flying, if you're driving a semi, right? I don't know how many tons of stuff. How many tons is a semi?
November 4
I don't
tree
even
traffic,
know.
Cirrus November, tree 28 Golf Echo is on final runway tree 6 to land.
No, I'm not. I gotta turn it Kalpa. So that's my story. 80,000 pounds gross. Okay. That's 40 tons, man. That's a lot of weight slamming into something. Without overweight permits. That's one thing. I have never been in a semi, like a real tractor trailer semi. I've never been in one. I've had friends who own them. I've never been in one. Well, I guess we are on final. A 5-mile final. Do you see the runway? I don't see the runway. Supposed to be 4 miles ahead. I don't see it. Oh, it's right over there. It's a little one. I know that. It's right there. See it? Slow this plane down. You gave it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough having a family when you do that. It's tough. Sparky, how you doing, man? So you get road fatigue all the time. So you take short trips. Yeah, I never get tired when flying either. I don't know why. It's weird, you know? Maybe it's because when you're flying and you put it on autopilot, like you can do other stuff and you're like, you know what I mean? It's like when you're driving a truck or a car, even, you know, in real life or in virtual life, it's like a monotonous. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? Subconsciously, little things here, correcting steering or you know, accelerating or hitting the brakes. It's just over and over, over and over. And
500.
maybe your brain just gets mentally fatigued over doing that so many times over in a short period of time. By the way, this is a short ass runway. Try landing the longitude here. I have done it. It ain't easy. Let me tell you. When I'm full flaps, I'm 88, which is where I want to be over the fence. I am moving around big time, trying to keep it on the center line. There we go. Synthetic vision coming in. We're coming into 3.6. I'm chopping her down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice and steady. All right. Throttle back. Flare it up. Let her float. Energy releasing. Wheels down. Nose down. Oh, 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 oh. Brakes. Brakes. No, shit. Shit, 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 shit. 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 Okay, good. Whew. Short runway, even for an SR-22. What kind of planes do they land here at Easton, man? Short runway. I mean, what was I, 90 miles an hour? That's too fast for... That's a short-ass runway, man. You know, I didn't land a longitude here. I land a Challenger 300 here, an X-plane. That's what it was. And it's just as short. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But I got her down. All right. My guy's in the grass there. I don't think I'm going to him. All right. Where is my parking brake? I got a parking brake somewhere. Well, I have a pad here, so just do that. Parking brake on. Okay, good. We completed our flight. And let's take a look at that. Look at our log here. Oh, wrong log. Let's be our aviation. Not going to make a lot of money for the group here, but not too bad. You know, we got a good earnings here based upon the income. Don't have to pay rental because the group owns the plane, which is nice. Not a lot of fuel costs, and only $223 in ground fees. So we made $500 for the group, and we'll make that coming back too. So you don't make a lot of money in these little GA flights, but they are sure are fun. That's for sure. You completely agree? Yeah. Fueling planes. So you actually fuel planes at work? Wow. That's a cool job. All right, guys. Well, listen, that's going to about do it for me. I appreciate you guys taking the time today to join the stream. I got to tell you that this recent update in FS 2020, ATC was surprisingly good, especially shooting the procedure, so that was nice. Pretty happy with that, and you know, I'm gonna be as solid on the positive side as I am on the critical side, and I would say that FS 2020 seems to be coming along, guys, which is good. So good to see. Slowly getting better. That's right, slowly getting better. Mouse, take care of yourself. Hope you feel better. And guys, I'm going to take a look at ATC and see if we could maybe add some of that into the content. Like I said, it's going to take me a little while to get my head back into that because I'm sure things have changed since I was, doing it pretty deeply. But it would provide some varying in content. Although we've got the G2 coming up, so that would be kind of cool to do. VR in ATC in the G2. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. But anyway, guys, listen, I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of the Saturday. Thanks for all the participation, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of the weekend. Take care.